to the rising sun. The clouds were black, but I refused to run. I could see through the smoke, I could feel it. Live and let it live, take it all away. Fight another fight for another day. Every second day, but 2 or 3 minutes. I fight until my fists start bleeding, heart starts beating.
What's up, YouTubers? theunagamer here, and I've been wanting to do this project for a while now, and I thought, you know, there's no better time than now. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this project and document it for you guys. And what this project is I'm going to be making some samurai armor out of paper. And I'm not talking about like a costume armor you could wear as a cool Halloween costume. I'm talking about armor that you could actually use on a battlefield. I know some of you are thinking like, what the fuck are you smoking, Jeff? And whatever it is, give me some. I know that's what some of you guys are thinking right now. I already know it. But no, I saw this video a while back ago, and this guy went to a museum, and he showed this armor in the museum that was actually made out of paper, that was actually worn on the battlefield by a foot soldier, by a samurai. And he actually showed how to make it in a way. He kind of made it, but he didn't really go through all the steps to making it. He just went to a certain part and then he just stopped because he was doing other things as well, so he really didn't focus a lot of his time on completing this task. But he did a pretty good job on making this paper armor. It actually held up pretty good when he was slashing it with a knife. And he even stabbed it a couple of times, and the knife really didn't go in that deep, too, and that was a pretty sharp knife. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go through all the steps he went, and go one step further into finishing this paper armor. And, you know, I thought that would be kind of cool to document. Of course, if this doesn't work, then this video is not going to get uploaded to YouTube. But if you're watching this video, that means somehow, some way, I was successful in making this samurai armor out of paper. Let's just see how it goes. Let's just see what happens here. If you guys want to try and make this along with me while watching this video, the things you're going to need, first off, is, of course, your poster board. And this is like $2 for both of these right here. Some poster board paper, tank top, some scissors, Elmer's glue. I'm probably going to have to get more of this stuff. Pencil, and Sunday newspaper. And there's some more materials you're going to need as this goes, as I go along through this video here, which we'll get to when that time comes. But this is the stuff you're going to need for now. I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm actually hoping to get this thing done before Halloween time so I can have use this as a Halloween costume. But we'll see. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to have your tank top on top of your poster board paper that you're going to use. And then we're going to go ahead and draw out our armor here. And this right here, this is going to be the front. And I'm going to draw it up into a certain point. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good right there. Now we're going to go ahead and turn our tank top around. And we're going to draw out the back of the armor here. Yeah, now we got our front and back drawn out for our samurai armor. So now we're going to go ahead and get our scissors and start cutting. I'm sure you don't need for me to do a tutorial on how to cut paper, so we'll just skip this. Okay, so we got our front piece and our back piece set up, all cut out and ready to go. One thing I forgot to tell you guys is you're also going to want to cut 2 pieces of paper like this, and that'll be for right here so you can connect the front and back piece to your armor. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our front piece here and start gluing some of this paper here to the front piece of our armor. And you're going to glue like 3 layers of this paper right here to both the front and back piece. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of material, get like a good piece of material, and you're going to start gluing that over the layers of paper in your armor. And then once again you're going to glue 3 more layers of paper to the armor, and then another type of material you're going to put on top of that, and then you're going to glue 3 more layers. So let's go ahead and get started. This is day 2 of making my paper samurai armor here. Yesterday I started on papier-mâché. Well, I don't know if you can really call it papier-mâché, but yeah, papier-mâché the newspaper over the poster board that was shaped for the front piece of my samurai armor. But what I really did was just I wasted all that glue and just gluing the paper over, when what I could have done is just make some papier-mâché paste using flour and water, and just papier-mâchéing the newspaper onto the poster board for my front piece that way. You know, it's been a long time since I've actually done papier-mâché. Last time I did a papier-mâché project, I was like 8 years old, so that's why I didn't really think of doing it that way. But that's what I'm going to do from here on out for this project, is make some papier-mâché paste and papier-mâché the newspaper scraps over this for the front and the back piece from here on out, and go from there. So let's go ahead and do it. How's it going, guys? I'm on day 6 on making my homemade samurai armor out of paper, and I thought I would show you guys how it's coming along so far. I don't know, I'm going to go ahead and get a close up here, and so you can see right here the layers of different paper, and then also a layer of material, layer of canvas. This is actually 9 layers of paper and 2 layers of 2 different types of material to make this armor right here. And all you're doing is basically just papier-mâchéing all the paper. You know, you're just papier-mâchéing this all together here. I kind of made a couple of mistakes when first making it. One of the mistakes I made is I let this thing off the barrel too early. I should have kept it attached to the barrel when I was, you know, after I papier-mâchéed this and just let it dry, but I didn't do that. I took it off, and then I started working on this one right here, which is going to be my back piece. And because I let this off too early, after machining 1 layer of paper over it, it kind of flattens. So I had to recurve it so it can sculpt around my body. And then also I figured the best thing to do, if you're going to make a samurai armor out of paper like I'm doing right now, just do it 1 piece at a time. Just work on this front piece first, or if you're working on the back piece first, just work on 1 piece first, and then once you got this thick enough and it's dried up and it's curved, permanently curved like this, where it's not going to straighten, then work on the next piece. But yeah, like I said, this is like 9 layers of paper, 2 layers of different type of material. This hasn't been painted or lacquered yet, but just check this out. Like how hard this is already. So yeah, this is going to make some pretty good armor right here. Also, you notice I kind of had to cut off a section right here, because what happened was when I originally had it shaped out, it was kind of restricting my arm movements. a little bit. I mean, my arm movement's still kind of restrictive a little bit, but I can still swing a sword better with it this way than I could with the way it was. It was kind of like more of a turtle, the front end of a turtle shell, the front side of the turtle shell. That's how it was when I was originally macheting it, and I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't swing a sword with it with my arms restricted like that. So I had to adjust it, or I had to cut off sections right here, like so I can move my arms better around with this thing. Yeah, this is, like I said, this sucker is so thick. I actually had to use my jigsaw to cut these off too. I was like, yeah, let's see if I can use scissors. That was fucking stupid, but yeah. And then as I'm gonna work on this back piece, I'm gonna get some more paper and mache it over to make this smooth right here, make this part smooth like you see right here, and then right here, and right here. But yeah, this is coming along really nicely. Okay, so I just finished working on the back piece of my samurai armor made out of paper, and while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and work on my helmet now. And the type of helmet I'm going to be making is one that looks a lot like Raiden's hat from Mortal Kombat. The reason why I chose that type of helmet is because I've seen helmets like that were made out of paper. Also, it seems like it'd be a lot easier to make that than to make a traditional samurai helmet. And also, making a traditional samurai helmet like that would probably take me a little bit more time. So what I'm going to do here is I got my poster board, and I'm going to cut off the four corners here into a circle. And then once I get that down, the circle, and then I'm going to cut a line right down the middle right here. But not all the way, just like halfway. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so I got the poster board cut into a circle, and I got this line cut right here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go ahead and fold it like so. There we go. And then I'm going to use this E6000 right here. This is normally what I use for a nethercraft project, but I'm going to try using it because it has a really good hold when you glue it to whatever. It really bonds on tightly. So I'm going to try using this for this right here, and then I'm going to use this to clamp it down like so and let it dry. And let's go ahead and see how that works. Now I'm going to go ahead and just let that sit there and dry. And then once it's dry, I'll start macheting paper over this to harden it, make it thicker, much like I did with the front and back piece of the samurai armor that I'm working on here. My samurai armor is coming along pretty good. As you can see, I got the front and back piece done here. I actually had to cut off a good 6 inches off of the front and back piece because it was a little bit too big. Every time I would sit down wearing this on the front piece, it would actually be poking my chin. So I want to adjust it so that whenever I wear it and I'm sitting down wearing this, it doesn't poke my chin. It's comfortable wearing it standing and sitting. Also, I cut a little bit off right here, kind of trim it down into like kind of right there because the corners were a little bit sharp. That's why I cut it down and trimmed it that way. So I don't want to have sharp corners wearing it. What I did with the pieces that I cut off from the front and back pieces, I actually sliced them up or sawed them some more into square pieces like this. And this is what I'm going to be using for the shoulder armor part of this samurai armor right here on both sides. But all in all, it's coming out pretty good. So while I'm machining the shoulder straps to connect these two pieces, I'm going to go ahead and start remachining right here, these two corners right here. Also, the bottom half of the front and back piece, as well as machining this to... I'm in my kitchen because I wanted to end this video here and show you how far along I've come on this project, making my homemade samurai armor out of paper. As you can see, I got the front piece, the shoulder pieces that connect the front and back piece together. I got it all painted. The hole's been punched in for the paracord to connect all this together here. One thing I should let you guys know, when you put in the holes to connect everything together with paracord, use a hole punch. Don't try to drill in the holes, because you got to remember this armor right here is made of 9 layers of paper and 2 layers of different types of material. And if you try to drill the hole in, what you can end up doing is the material can get caught up in the drill, which would ruin the project, and then you would have to start all over from scratch again. So when you're putting in the holes to have the paracord connect everything together, use a hole punch. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. You have to really squeeze the hole punch to get in the holes for the paracord, but it's better that way. Just saying. There's still some more that I can do with this armor. I do plan on making the shoulder pieces right here that go down, making the gauntlets as well. But as far as if I wanted to go ahead and just wear this on Halloween as a costume, I can, because I've actually seen pictures of samurai with armor like what I'm wearing right here. I can't remember if they were foot soldiers or castle guards, but I do remember seeing samurai armor similar to what I'm wearing here. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and end this video project right here. But like I said, I do plan on adding more to this as I go along. But for now, I think this is good. If you guys want to follow along, just remember everything I told you, and as you're following along and following my steps here. But I'm really happy with how this came out. I decided to go ahead and have my sword here with me. This is just a wall hanger here. But I thought it would be cool just for display purpose and for this video here to go along with the costume. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it came out so far. And there's still some stuff I need to do as well. Not just adding the pieces, but I also have to lacquer this to really give it its hard shell. But even though it hasn't been lacquered yet, it has a pretty good, it's pretty good armor for what it is, even though it hasn't been lacquered yet. So just imagine how effective this can be when it's lacquered. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Till next time, theunagamer, say peace.